My Rochelle ended up tripping our breaker, guys, so I had to go in there and reset it, and I reset the wrong one because we don't have labels on our breakers, and it ended my stream, and it also cut the power off my room, so that's what happened. All right, we got 2 tornado warnings right now that we need to get into real quick. All right, we got a tornado warning here. This is going to be... I did see the confirmed tornado. I did see that, yes. We've got a tornado warning here for South Branch and Truman, Minnesota. So we are starting to see these discrete supercells really start to pick up here. A little bit of rotation on this storm, moving southeast here towards Truman. So if you're out in front of this severe or this tornado warning, please make sure you're in your safe place. Please, please, please. And then we have that tornado warning as well that's up in Wisconsin. Move up to this one up here. This one was the one that was observed a little bit ago. Yeah, things are getting going, yeah. Westboro, Jump River, you're in that tornado warning up there in Wisconsin. Make sure you're in your safe place as well. Overall, though, lots of warnings. And I will mention to you guys, as we continue to go into peak time frame here, we got a lot of torpasses and a lot of hail warnings. So that's going to be the window here. And we're just getting started, guys. Like I mentioned, we're just getting things ongoing here. It's going to be... a long night tonight. We got the next 6 to 7 hours to go. No pun intended with that. I'm going to go ahead and jump to that tornado warning that's down here in Truman. Tulsa's good right now, yes. Sorry about my live stream ending, guys. We had to flip our breakers. Yeah, VTPs are pretty impressive too along our dry line. A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued. This is in Minnesota currently right now. We are tracking these storms in Minnesota and Wisconsin currently. Okay, let me check on... Yeah, this storm's got good potential. I'm pretty sure this is the one also that we saw the models doing, but I also want to make note too. We have more storms in northern Iowa than the models did show today, which is always something that we have to really kind of consider here. So outside of those tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings, I think everything so far today is unfolding the way it was expected to unfold. We just have a little bit more storm coverage back up into northern Iowa. Also, Alex, good to see you popping in stream. I hope you're doing well. I know your streams are always crazy, so I don't know if you ever see my comments in there, but I try to hop in there and say hi a couple times. My coffee is sweating. But a little bit more storm coverage in Iowa than models had, which we're just going to have to watch. So, yeah, Alex Null, guys, is a meteorologist, like a degree TV meteorologist, by the way, too. So if you want to give her a follow, if you like watching meteorologists do their thing, definitely give her a follow. She's awesome. We appreciate our Mets out there. But overall, though, wind and hail down here in Iowa, a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings, those 2 tornado warnings, one in Minnesota here and one in Wisconsin. Also, I want to make note too, Truman, you got tennis ball size hail with this with this tornado warning. And so, as this storm doesn't look super impressive right now, it's not going to take much as that low level jet ramps up tonight. We're going to be able to see how this unfolds here. I mean, and if you look at the overall magnitude of these storms, any one of these storms can honestly produce a tornado today. That's the environment. We have lots of discrete cells kind of in and around each other. And that also can help the merging theory happen too, or the nudging theory, I guess is the word you could put it at here. But it's a little term as weather people like to use. Um, Couple of pause severe thunderstorm warnings as well. Down south or down west here near Windham and Mountain Lake. Looks like that tornado warning in Wisconsin has dropped, which is also good. So no longer looking at a tornado warning in Wisconsin. Most of these storms in Wisconsin, also, by the way, I want to make note, are going to be wind and hail. There is that conditional risk for an isolated tornado over here later on tonight, as it looks like we're going to have a line of thunderstorms that's going to develop tonight. But as of all right now, mostly wind and hail with those storms that are back over there. Dayton, Ohio is fine. There's literally not even a risk for Dayton, Ohio. You guys are good. Looks like we've had one confirmed tornado today so far. Let's see if... Where's where's Truman at? Truman's over here. Okay, so none of those storms are going to be seen. But yeah, there's a tornado warning right now. That's the only one we got is in Truman, Minnesota. Womp, womp, womp. Why do we not have a tornado warning for this? I'm still like, Wabash or what? Can't even say this right. Wabasha. All right, get that person out of here. That person's just gonna get blocked. But anyways. Yeah, the rotation on this storm looks pretty good. I could see that. Yeah, I don't know if there's like a certain like way that they will not warn this or warn it at all. This storm's been like rotating ever since it was tornado warned back in Faribault earlier. So we'll see. They've been torpassing it, but there could be like a threshold that I guess they wait for. I don't know. Be interesting to know though. So make sure if you guys are in South Branch here, not South, well, South Branch is still in the warning, but if you're in Truman, Minnesota here or Louisville, make sure you're in your safe place, guys. This storm is rotating and it is moving southeast, east/southeast here. So Winnebago would be next, Mapleton, Minnesota Lake, Wells. Basically, this is going to ride 30, Highway 30. Was one of the stipulations. That's interesting, Alex. That's actually really that's really interesting to know, actually. Huh. I could see that. I could see that being like, I feel like there's a threshold for everything. So I could see that. I agree with that. I did not know that. I need to get into some of the AMS stuff whenever I get done with school. I need to get more insight on all that. Yeah, all these storms look pretty decent. Large hail, golf ball size hail, lime size hail. I'm honestly kind of shocked too. SPC didn't like hatch our wind threat tonight across like western or eastern Wisconsin because it looks like we're gonna have a pretty decent little upscale growth. New mesoscale discussion. Wow. This is the smallest mesoscale discussion I think I've ever seen in my life. Tornado watch possible for basically just south of Kansas City, Missouri. Look at this. It's so little. It's a baby. I don't think I've ever seen a mesoscale discussion that small. It's so tiny. Yeah, I saw some mixed reports that that tornado could have briefly touched down the one that's warned right now. So make sure you're in your place, your safe place if you're in Truman, Minnesota. What is this? I think we got a lot of spin with a lot of these storms potentially. They're just all like fighting to compete with each other to see which one's going to be more dominant. Yeah. So, Wabasha, you guys, your storm is Torpos golf ball size hail. A lot of these storms, as that low level jet ramps up, is moving these storms up a little bit. The rotation on the storm in Truman does not look as impressive anymore as it looked a little bit ago either. Yeah, I was gonna say the inflow was looking good too. Let me go back up to that real quick. Yeah, the inflow on the Wabash. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't know. I don't argue with like NWS or anything like that. I try not to, but this is definitely like I feel like would need a tornado warning, right? Am I like wrong? I feel like I don't know. Like, are we on the edge of a tornado warning here? Or, like, are we like what are we doing? Did it get confirmed? What's up, Hannah? It's not confirmed yet. If there is a confirmation with this tornado, it is very, very weak. Yeah, if there's a confirmation with this, it's very weak, but I'm going to wait until it actually gets confirmed. So, as much as I appreciate you guys for helping in chat, let me wait until it actually goes observed to go observed. A lot of these storms have different little small areas of rotation on them. That's what we were talking about. I don't know why the one in Wabasha is not warned. It's Torpos for. I mean, what? Dude, come on. No, this should be tornado warned. Come on. Like, I genuinely say this should be tornado warned. Why? What are we doing here? Like, if you're in Wabasha, be in your safe place. Like, at this point. I hope we're not having a lunch break right now with the National Weather Service office. I hope not. I mean, you can see there's your little notches in there too. Very strong inflow. Very strong inflow with this. Black as hail. No, we should have a tornado warning here. Yeah, guys, please, sir, unless you're a meteorologist that I know personally or you're on my weather team, please don't do weather updates because it does confuse people in the stream, especially when we have 100 plus people. Wabasha, yeah, I'm gonna end up messing up some of these towns too, guys. Nah, I think we should have a tour warning in here somewhere. Yeah, the active tornado warning right now is in Truman, Minnesota, the actual tornado warning that we have. And if you click on that warning here, maybe trying to go again. We got Blue Earth County, Martin County, and Watauga County. A lot of these cells have really significant potential, but the one over here in along the Wisconsin line, I don't know. It's Torpos, golf ball size hail. Nah, that's rotation. I would also say there is rotation too. They're missing some rotation on some of these storms. Like, I'm not somebody that says, like, hey, every single storm should be tornado warned, but, like, for instance, the one over here in, like, Strum too. Yeah, some of these need to be tornado warned. There's rotation here. There's rotation here. Rotation on Truman Storm's looking a little bit more impressive too. Make sure you guys are in your safe places when you get these tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. So Louisville and Truman, be in your safe place if you're in that tour warning. If you're in a tour past severe thunderstorm warning, also please take that seriously. Go back to the one here and thank y'all for the gifts. I do appreciate it. Y'all are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. You guys have done amazing, amazing in terms of all the love and support today, and I really appreciate it. All right. Reed's Landing Storm. Which one is? What is this? Where's Reed's Landing? Where's that? I feel like I just was looking at that a minute ago. I've got to memorize some of these areas. There we go. Oh yeah, it's the same one. Yeah. Okay. Let me look at CC. Yeah, I would say definitely hail with that too. I agree with you on that one, Alex. Yeah, that's definitely hail. I feel like if there was a CC right, it would maybe be east. It's on the unworn one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This one's tricky. It's definitely rain wrapped too, I would say, because your vorticity is your velocity couplets up in that thing. Yeah, I'll be covering tomorrow. Yes. Yeah, the OSO or OCO. This needs to be tornado warned at least. If the other one's not going to be warned, this one needs to be tornado warned. This has got a very very good couplet on it here. Yeah, this needs to be tornado warned. That's concerning. There's a couple of these that literally should be tornado warned. Osseo, Osseo. Thank you guys. I'm gonna check on radar scope on my phone and see. That should be tornado warned. A lot of these storms are really starting to ramp up here, which we're gonna probably have a lot more tornado warnings. A lot more. Yeah, there's even a TBS on this. This should be tornado warned. I give it like 5 more minutes, and we're gonna get a warning on this storm. I still think both of these storms should be warned, but pretty high. Let me look at tilts here and see. Wow, okay. It is, I will say too, it is a little hard too because the radar site is so far south. If you're using the one down in La Crosse. So that also could be a thing too. All right, let me go back to that tornado warning that we've got. Still got 10 plus size hail on this tornado warning. So just north of Truman, crossing over Highway 15, that little bit of rotation on this storm. Yeah, on radar scope, both of those Minnesota and Wisconsin storms both have TVSs on them. So there is tornado vortex signatures on both of those. I don't know. I don't like arguing with NWS or anything like that, but like this is clear as day. Yeah, there we go. There's our new one. Yeah, so we got an observed tornado. There we go. That same little pesky area of spin again. I know, Alex, dude, it's crazy. It's crazy. I feel like I spend so much time on stream arguing with them and like giving my opinion that I'm like, trust the process, trust the process, trust the process. It is hard. All right, so we do have a confirmed tornado on the ground here, guys, in Chelsea and Rib Lake. Confirmed tornado. Very, very weak rotation, so I'm wondering if this is a little bit late. What are we... What are we doing here? Yeah, weather spotter confirmed. I don't know either. This is also a big question mark. There we go. They finally warned that one. We're now up to 3 tornado warnings. Strum and OCO. That's going to be for God, these counties. Trumpelia County. I'm going to probably mess that one up too, so my bad, guys. So that one finally got warned. That confirmed tornado warning up in Rib Lake, I don't really think is... Trembello County. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that, Carrie. Thank you. You guys are teaching me today. Trembello. Okay. All right, we got another tornado warning back over here into western Minnesota for Windham and Mountain Lake. Now we're at 4. All right, guys, please, if you're not on the weather team, I appreciate it, but you're confusing a lot of people in the chat with like different confirmations on tornadoes. If you're watching other people's streams, that's completely fine with like storm chasers and stuff. But until I officially get the word that the tornado is actually on the ground and I see a report of it myself or see that the warning does that, that's what I go based off of. So like, I don't mean to be mean, but if you're in the chat and you're putting it's on the ground, until I see that physically myself, I'm not going to. It confuses people in the chat. So I appreciate the help, but please refrain from doing that because it does confuse people. Please leave it to the weather team to do, or unless there's a degree to meteorologist in here, which Alex is in here also too. So, also if you just do it just to do it, you're gonna get muted and blocked out of the stream too. So, there's no need for that crap either. Grow up and be an adult. All right, so we're gonna go through each of these tornado warnings because we have 4 of them, so that way everybody knows what is going on. We have a radar indicated tornado warning here for Windham, Bingham Lake. I'm going to probably butcher some of these areas. I'm going to try my best. Bingham Lake and Mountain Lake, western Minnesota here. Radar indicated tornado warning. Make sure you're in your safe place. That's Cottonwood County. So if you're in that here, we'll go and take a look at velocity on this. Little area of rotation. It's a little ways away from the radar, so we're going to go off of what the warning is at this point, but there is rotation in here. Moving off to the east at about 15 to 25 miles per hour. And then we've got that radar indicated tornado warning. This rotation over Truman is continuing to kind of pick back up again. So if you're in if you're over here in Truman, heads up to you guys. Continue to stay in your safe places for the next 20 minutes. We'll probably see this warning get extended to the east-southeast here, moving towards Winnebago, Amboy, and Mapleton. So if you're out in front here, I'm just trying to give people time to get ready here if that warning gets extended. But tennis ball-sized hail with that tornado warning there, and that storm will continue to track its way off to the east-southeast. Which one is that? Okay, that's the same one up top. So we'll get to that one here in just a minute. So those are the 2 tornado warnings over in the western side of Minnesota. We have that other tornado warning that is in Wisconsin. 2 tornado warnings in Wisconsin here. Radar Arcade tornado warning here for Strum, Elva, and I'm going to do this again. OCO, Osceola. You may have to help me out with that one in the chat again. That one's like a tongue twister. But anyway, the county that this includes is going to be Trevolo County. OCO, thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's like a tongue twister almost to me. But this storm looks very dangerous too. Very, very large hail core. Area of rotation is just to the west. And that velocity scan, the inflow is picking up as well as the outflow here. Yeah, the mods are going to help with questions in the chat, guys, because I am going through these warnings here. We do still have that confirmed tornado. It's confirmed by a weather spotter. We'll just say that there is something here because it is a confirmed report and it did go through. So there is apparently a confirmed tornado in progress right now in Rip Lake and Westboro, south of that area here. Okay. Just double checking here on a couple of these. Looking at another velocity scan here. So we have all of these tornado warnings right now. Crazy amount of warnings. I would say the most impressive storm thus far is the one over here along Highway 94, Interstate 94. I'm still watching this gigantic supercell over here near Alma. This thing is yet to really like wrap itself up and really become defined, but it really at any point, if it does, we could be in for a pretty significant tornado if that happens. So, and I want to mention too, guys, as these storms are continuing to kind of fire off here, and eventually at some point here in the next couple of hours, we're going to see a line of thunderstorms. So we're going to kind of have these storms over time merge into a line, and eventually they're going to drop down south. That is what the most of the model guidance suggests for this evening, and I actually fully believe that there. We're still going to have the threat across northern Iowa and southern Minnesota for any of these storms that can basically hug the warm sector and stay along that boundary here. That'll give us the threat for a couple of strong to intense tornadoes this evening. But overall, though, we should see with more clustering of storms a line develop and then drop south. So, so tornado on the ground here. Yeah, so there it is. It's observed there. There it is. So we now have that observed tag on the storm here in Truman. It's not in Truman. It's north of Truman. It's moving towards Mapleton and Winnebago. So if you're in these 2 areas here, now a confirmed tornado in progress, moving southeast at about 20 miles per hour. Thank y'all for the gifts. Erica, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. It's crazy time, guys. We got 5 tornado warnings right now, the most so far today. That is officially observed. We're going to pull up that correlation coefficient and see if we've got anything on it. It's hard to see if there is anything in there. That's a little late. That's definitely a little late, but anyways. All right, so we have 2 confirmed tornado warnings as of now. The one up in Minnesota, the one up in Wisconsin, and then the one down south here in Minnesota. So I believe this is going to continue to track southeast. So I want to make this known too now. If you're down here in like Alberta or Austin, or basically along Interstate 90 south, you're going to want to be paying attention to this storm because it's out in the open. It's got nothing else to worry about other than potentially producing a long track supercell track here. So this is the one we're really going to have to watch. I think Oklahoma's doing pretty boring stuff right now. Yeah, Oklahoma's not doing anything. We got a couple severe thunderstorm warnings up in Kansas, but other than that, nothing in Oklahoma. Which I had a feeling that was going to happen. I was really shocked when they said we'll get a watch today for Oklahoma. Nope, never got that watch. Yeah, Texas, your bigger day will be on probably on Friday and on Wednesday. Yeah, the one up here near Newham also should be potentially tornado warned here soon too. A lot of these storms are going to start to get tornado warned. As that, like I said, that low level jet is ramping up here. Let me look at something here. Albert Lee, thank you guys. I appreciate the pronunciations. Still kind of shocked. Yeah, so this is something we also still got to watch. The storm here in Alma just crossed over into Wisconsin. Got to continue to watch this cell as well. This one I think still has the most higher potential for a stronger, maybe intense tornado, just given the fact that the supercell itself is so large and the velocity scan has continued to push out pretty significant rotation. You kind of see some spurts here of it. I'm gonna look at this again. Yeah, this is really impressive to me. And I really, this is kind of like a little bit like Oklahoma a couple weeks ago or last week when we were covering that system. We had a merging supercell out in front of a tornadic supercell, and it ended up being really, really bad for Oklahoma City when that happened last week. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen here, but as these cells that develop to the south of these tornadic supercells, they can kind of help merge, and that helps get the, it basically helps filter out the outflow winds from these supercells, and then we can end up getting a stronger area of rotation to develop. So that's something I'm watching pretty closely here with that, and then eventually that storm could train east all the way to who knows where at that point. All right, let's go back here to that observed tornado warning that's in Winnebago, north of it. Ooh. Yeah, Michigan should get the upgrade. Depending on what OOZ data does in about an hour, I'll be looking at that here in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. When that comes in, if all systems go with what they're showing from earlier today, we should see an enhanced risk upgrade tomorrow for Michigan, most of the entire state. At least that's my opinion personally at this point. What are we doing with the radar scan here? Georgia in the southeast is not going to see rain for like 2 weeks. So if you're in the southeast, you're fine. If you're talking like Georgia, the state, unless there's a Georgia town in here. Ugh. I just got a really weird feeling on this storm. Jesus, not again. Which one is that? Oh, it's the same one, I think. Okay, it's just the update. It just updated it. I thought there was another one that one observed. So much rain I've had since we went this drought. Ah, oh, Shay, that sucks. I mean, it's a good thing, but it sucks. Oh, there's our new watch. Yeah, Oklahoma probably isn't going to do anything today. Twice in a row. We got lots more severe weather on the way for the rest of the month, guys, too. So if you don't see severe storms today, you got lots of the rest of the. Most people are going to have a good chance the next couple of days through the next week. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get much across Oklahoma today, as I expected. I don't know why they went with a slight risk, and I don't know why they issued a mesoscale discussion for watch possible. Just didn't seem like that was going to happen down there today. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be your day in Oklahoma. Absolutely. I think an enhanced risk may be issued for you guys tomorrow. We'll see what the data does it tonight. All right. Once again, if you're back here in Mapleton and Winnebago, we still got that observed tornado warning moving southeast here. Warm sunny. I'll know more. I'll give you a better answer than that when we get more data in this evening. It's still a little far out, but I think if the trends from earlier this afternoon continue through tonight, we'll see it happen. The tornado parameters tomorrow are maxed out in southwestern Michigan, at least on the latest data coming in from earlier today. That would have to warrant at least an enhanced risk. Do I think a tornado is going to touch down in Bloomington? Hopefully not. I don't think so. It looks like right now Minnesota's not, or Minneapolis isn't going to see anything. I don't know how that happens, but it does, you know? Sometimes the warm front just doesn't move to the north enough. Darn, I can see Connor right now sitting up in Minneapolis wondering if he's going to get a storm or not right now. Wow, TikTok just gave me a violation from the For You page because apparently I'm directing people off the platform. I don't think I've done that in this stream. Have I, guys? I don't think I have. Crazy. TikTok's back at doing its normal thing. One of the reasons why I dislike this platform, but it's fine. It does it every time. It never fails. All of these Tor warnings. I know, literally. I'm telling you, this platform does not like me. It does not. It never has. Yeah, the rotation of Winnebago still looks pretty good. North of it there. All right, where's that new one? Where's that new one at? Oh, we got a tornado warning in Kansas. Just outside of Kansas City, too. What'd you... Wow. That one's actually pretty impressive. Linden, Kansas, in the marginal risk on the edge of the 2%. It's getting ready to go out of the risk zone. Got a couple of clusters of storm. But yeah, if you're in Linden, Kansas here, we did get a tornado warning off the dry line today. Pretty impressive little area of rotation on this storm, too. We're going to watch this one. I'm pretty sure the Triple HR model did have this storm, too. I think it did. Wow. The rotation on that storm looks decent. No, this should stay south of Kansas City. Well, south of Kansas City. This is going to go towards Ottawa. I don't know how long this storm's going to last. We'll see. There's not really like a risk zone outside of this because I don't think they thought storms were going to fire. Yeah, that's definitely hail on the south side here. We're oh, that's awesome, Anna. I appreciate that. You're freaking awesome. Dude, I do still have merch, by the way, guys. My merch is still out. I've got to come up with some new merch ideas. I haven't edited the merch page in quite some time, but there is merch if you guys ever want to go buy Mesomat merch and support me. It's on my official website, mesomatwx.com. It's pretty cheap merch, too. It's good stuff. I don't know if anybody knew that because I haven't mentioned it in a very long time, but there is the merch. Very comfy long sleeve. Heck yeah, I love that. Yeah, I've got to update it. I'm going to have to update it at some point when I get some free time, which I hopefully will be able to. My goal is once I finish school at the end of April, going into May, I'm going to add some new stuff. I've got some ideas that I want to add to. So Cup Rock. Good to see y'all coming in. Yeah, so we got multiple tornado warnings for multiple of these supercells. We got one observed tornado warning still. Back over here into the Mapleton area. So if you're in Mapleton, Minnesota, make sure you're in your safe place here still. We get that observed tag on this warning here. The other warnings are radar indicated. So, and really in reality too, the storm doesn't look that impressive anymore. The rotation's kind of been going back and forth here. We should start to get some merging with our line at some point. They actually just issued a tornado watch for Kansas City. Literally no joke. So Western Missouri, I think, Claire, you're in this. I don't know. Brand new tornado watch. And I want to mention this too, guys. There's no risk zone in Kansas City. The Storm Prediction Center does not have a risk zone. Look. There is no marginal risk in that tornado watch area. They're not even expecting severe weather. They're in the general thunderstorm risk. Yeah, hold on a second. I'll show you guys. Hold on. Where's my pin app? Yeah, so people in Kansas City right now are probably like going crazy over this right now. Yeah, so we have a tornado watch. Hold on. We have a tornado watch in this area right in here. In the general thunderstorm risk. I don't know if SPC knows what they're doing today, generally speaking, at this point. They're putting slight risks in areas that are capped, and they're putting no risk zones in areas that have tornado watches. Hold on one second. Yeah, guys, so we have a new tornado watch and a general thunderstorm risk. That is it. It is out until 11 p.m. Central Time. Kansas City is included. Nope. And we do have a tornado warning that is southwest of Kansas City currently. So also, we almost have destructive hail as well with this. Tennis ball size hail in a marginal risk zone and a tornado warning. This is genuinely really concerning. Like Ottawa, like these areas are not ready for severe weather today. They were not expecting this. Yeah, I was gonna say, Claire, you're in that new watch, right? Oh, you're just outside of it. You're just outside of it. This is insane. When have you guys ever seen a tornado watch in a marginal or non-risk zone? This is not something, I don't think I've ever seen this before. Hold on a second. I gotta take a picture of this. This is crazy. "2026 is wild." Another tornado warning. Yep. God, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. We have another tornado warning behind this one in Kansas right now. I'm literally gonna lose my mind. And then we have a upgraded tornado warning. Where is that at? Hold on, I gotta pull this box down. I'm gonna lose my mind today. Oh my goodness graciouses. There it is. We got a new tornado warning here in Iowa. This is gonna be for what is that? Gratinger? I don't know how you pronounce this. Jesus. Just north of Emmitsburg. Dude, that dry line in Kansas today did its thing. It happened. It literally happened. So we have 2 tornado warnings in Wisconsin, or 2 tornado warnings in Minnesota, 1 observed. And then 2 tornado warnings. 1 is not even in the risk zone. And then 1 has tennis ball size hail on it. And who knows at this point? I'm going to lose my mind. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to go on mute for a moment. Okay, I had to make a video, sorry. Did we get another warning again a second ago, too? Yeah, so we're up to 4 now. So we have a new tornado warning here. This is going to be for Waseca and Owatonna, I guess that's how you say that. Also, Warsaw is in that, and Faribault is also in that. We have 4. We're going to probably get a 5th tornado warning behind this one as well. So we are in the midst, guys, of a regional tornado outbreak. Yay! We're verifying today. Love this. Great stuff. I'm just, wow, this couplet actually looks pretty good too. How many tornado warnings do we have currently right now? 7? We have 6 tornadoes. 6 tornado warnings right now. We're probably going to have 7 here in a minute. This couplet actually looks pretty good too. Why is everything popping off at once? Because the low-level jet is ongoing. It is doing its thing. All right, I'm going to send out a team message here real quick to you guys. Oh my gosh. Where's that one at? We have 2, 3, 4. We have 7. We have 7 tornado warnings right now. They just warned the northern one. Okay. Yeah, 0 to 10 real fast. Literally. No joke. 7 tornado warnings. Okay, I'm going to try and run over these all in a nutshell here so you guys can understand what's going on here. I'm going to turn this voiceover down real quick so we can actually hear myself for just a moment. Okay, we're going to start down here in Kansas, where we have 2 tornado warnings in pretty much not a risk zone of severe weather. So if you're up here in Topeka or Kansas City or Harrisonville or just in general the southwestern side of Kansas City, you guys were not expecting severe weather today. Well, now you are. You are having 2 tornado warnings to the southwest of you, one with tennis ball size hail and the other one with ping pong ball size hail. So that's what we're going to start with here first. Pretty impressive velocity couplet on this tornado warning here in Linden, and this is moving east/northeast towards Ottawa, Missouri, or Ottawa, Kansas, and as well as Centropolis, and as well as Baldwin City, and then eventually this could make a run for Kansas City on the south side here if it gets there. The environment out in front of this is very, very favorable for tornadoes and as well as instability. The reason why there's not a risk zone out here is because the Storm Prediction Center thought nothing was going to happen. We know otherwise. The dry line can do wild, wild things. So instead of Oklahoma doing anything today, it's Kansas doing it today. Welcome to Kansas in 2026, where marginal risk zones and general thunderstorm risk zones produce tornado warnings. That is moving east here. There is a Torpos severe thunderstorm warning with tennis ball size hail for Centropolis and Ottawa with that tornado warning to the south. We have another tornado warning to the west of it here with a little bit of weak rotation along Highway 56 and Interstate 335. If you're in this warning, please make sure you're in your safe place as well. This is moving off to the northeast/east motion. We'll come back to that here in just a moment. We've got multiple ongoing tornado warnings in Iowa and in as well as Minnesota. We'll start with the first area of rotation here. Pretty decent couplet. The county that this is going to be Emmett County and Palo Alto County. So if you're in here, just north of Gratinger, I guess is how you pronounce that. We've got a pretty decent couplet of rotation here, moving off to the east-northeast towards Ringstead. Another tornado warning here as well, just to the north of Armstrong, moving into southern Minnesota. This is going to be for just south of East Chain, moving towards Pilot Grove. And then we've got multiple other tornado warnings in Minnesota. Birmingham Lake, you're under a tornado warning for the next 6 minutes. This is moving, east towards Mountain Lake and eventually Butterfield and St. James. And then another warning to the east of that towards Mapleton. This is the observed tornado warning that we've been tracking for the last couple of minutes now, about an hour now, I would say at this point. This is continuing to work its way east towards Mapleton. Heads up if you're in that area. And then we've got another tornado warning here for Waseca, Waterville, Warsaw, Faribault, and as well as the western and central portions of the Owatonna area here. So heads up there, and that is all of our tornado warnings. Everybody else is looking at wind, hail, and a casual wind gust there. So a lot is happening. I just thought I'd run through all the warnings there. Also, guys, if you're watching on TikTok, I'm going to restart the live stream on TikTok real quick. So come right back here since we have that violation. It's not like sending it out to the For You page, and we need that so we can let people know what's going on. So come right back to TikTok. I'm going to reset that stream here, and I'll see you guys back in TikTok in just a second. If you're watching on YouTube, I appreciate you guys for watching on YouTube. We got 31 of you guys watching right now. Thank you, thank you. TikTok is super finicky with everything, so it's really freaking annoying. I do appreciate you guys if you are watching on YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well over here. All right, let's try this again. Okay. Welcome back, guys. Thank you for the heart me. What a crazy time to be covering severe weather today. So I'm good to see you in here as well. Sorry I missed your call earlier. You called me earlier and I was like on stream and I have my phone on D&D. So I do that when I stream most of the time. That way I don't get anything unless it's like super, super crazy. But you know what, guys? Every single one of these supercells that is ongoing in southern Minnesota and northern Iowa literally has the chance for like for anything. We could get anything out of it. So that's what we're kind of watching here. We've also got 2 tornado warnings in Kansas that weren't even really supposed to see severe weather today. So when the Storm Prediction Center updates its outlook in an hour, I expect some changes with Missouri and Kansas. I would expect. Lenny, if you're in stream, yes, absolutely, 100%. Okay. Laney's gonna come in here too and help it. Awesome. Yeah, so this is concerning. This is honestly probably the most impressive velocity scan out of the entire sequence of tornado warnings that we have right now, and it's in Kansas. It's in Kansas. And so I do want to remind you guys, since storms are breaking the cap down here, and we are seeing tornado warnings down here, first off, we have a tornado watch for western Missouri until 11 p.m. tonight. But also, I want to show you guys this. The environment for these storms down here, if they can make it into Missouri, even though the risk zone is not, down there, I think we're going to see a risk zone expansion down there. I want to show you guys this. This is really interesting. Look at this. So this storm down here, or these 2 storms, we have 3,500 cape just hanging out in here. Oh, you can't even see the screen. Hold on. We have 3,500 cape out in front of these storms in western Missouri. So these are the storms right here. This is kind of where they're moving into. Pretty unstable environment. And if we look at our tornado parameters, it's also not what you want to see. Pretty impressive environment for tornado parameters all the way up into Kansas City. So that's a bit concerning. And I think the Triple HR model did have, the Triple HR model did have. Look at that. Wow. Dude, the Triple HR model literally pinpointed it out. Literally, this was showing 2 hours ago. It literally had the storm. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It literally had the storm on the model run. Yeah, the HER model is absolutely validating today. I think the HER has done beautiful, beautiful today. Yeah, so if you are in tornado warnings, please make sure you're seeking shelter. Make sure you're in your safe place, doing what you need to do. Respect the red polygon. It looks like that storm is going to track into central Missouri. The models have that storm down here that is currently tornado warned tracking into Missouri. So we're going to have to watch this very closely. Yeah, I was going to say they broke the cap and they're tall. They're very, very tall. We were looking at echo tops earlier on this. Very, very, wow. So the echo tops on these storms are approaching 55,000 feet aloft. very, very tall storms on all three of these. And so they're going to continue to track their way east here. So, you know, Kansas City, Overland Park, Gardner, Olathe, Aubrey, Belton, Harrisonville, Garden City. Like, you guys back here in Missouri, the Storm Prediction Center is going to update its outlook in about an hour. We should see a marginal risk expansion well far east here, I would think, given the fact that we're seeing these tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. That just shows you guys the uncertainty with today. That conditional setup is playing out in northeast Kansas, but everywhere else it's not really playing out too much. So something we're going to have to watch here very, very closely. And it also looks like, too, hey-yo, we got storms firing south of it. So something to watch here. But this storm's got the potential to maybe produce a violent tornado. We're gonna have to watch this one. This is no convection out in front of it, a very volatile environment in front of it here. I'm honestly genuinely concerned for Belton, Harrisonville, Paola, Gardner. If you guys are in eastern Kansas, in western Missouri, you need to be paying attention to this today, please, even though you're not in this risk zone yet. This is genuinely very concerning, is seeing a conditional risk zone that has a, 2% chance or a 5% chance of verifying. It's verifying. Like, we literally had a 2% chance of a tornado today down here, and it's verifying. It's honestly, it's crazy. We've got all these other tornado warnings. By the way, if you guys want to start commenting the other tornado warnings and help me out up here in Minnesota for just a little bit, you guys can. We've got 4 other tornado warnings between Iowa and Minnesota that are ongoing. I'll just kind of run through again here quickly. Warsaw, Faribault, Waseca here. You guys are in the first tornado warning up here in Minnesota. A little bit of rotation still here. If you're along Interstate 35, I think I've got a camera on this. These storms also should be going linear here. We should get a pretty big line of thunderstorms here very, very soon. All these cells are going to eventually merge into one line of thunderstorms. And then we're going to get our QLCS tornado event overnight going here tonight too, guys. We got a very, very, very long night in front of us. We are probably going to be live until, I would say, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. This thread is absolutely verifying, and the models continue to push this thing well into the early morning hours as it gets into Michigan tomorrow morning. So, and then we're going to do it all over again in the same exact areas again tomorrow, and then again on Wednesday, and then on Friday. So this is just day 1 of our severe weather outbreak. We have lots more of this to go before we are anywhere near done. I'm looking at MDOT. That's what I'm looking at. Moonbeam, good to see you, by the way. I hope you're doing well. I know you're in that tornado warning, so just stay hunkered down. We had already had a tornado warning in Faribault earlier today. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of this supercell. Medford. Still a little bit of ways away from the cameras that I have that I can see. Just a little bit of ways. Once it gets a little bit closer, I'll be able to see it a little bit better. But if you're in that warning here, definitely heads up to you guys. If you're just tuning in, guys, we are officially having a tornado outbreak happen. We have 7 tornado warnings. Yeah, 7 tornado warnings. 5 of them being in, 4 of them being in Iowa and Minnesota. And then our conditional tornado risk that had very low probabilities is now happening just outside of Kansas City. If you were in Kansas City, Missouri, and you were watching the stream, you are now under a tornado watch. Even though you were not supposed to see severe weather today, the conditions are happening. You're seeing severe weather today, possibly. If you're south of Kansas City, you have 3 tornado warnings and 2 TORPOS severe thunderstorm warnings with tennis ball size hail on them. So I know that that's not what the National Weather Service office has told you guys today or what your forecasters told you guys today. But the reality of it is our dry line is set up. We're getting severe weather in Kansas. It's happening, and we've got tornadoes. So if you're back over here into western Missouri and eastern Kansas, just be ready to go here as soon as you possibly can, because these storms are approaching and they are very, very volatile. Yeah, so I can't, if you guys watched my forecast videos this morning and we've been talking today, we mentioned the conditional threat for severe weather from Iowa all the way down to Texas. It was very conditional, meaning that if storms did fire, it could be really, really bad today. And so we're seeing that happen in northern Kansas today. So there's not much Don't blame your meteorologist for it. These conditional setups are very, very hard to pinpoint. It is very sneaky. It is very hard. All we know is that the setup is there, and if the confidence isn't there, they're not going to issue a risk zone on it in terms of the Storm Prediction Center. So it's very, very hard with some of these setups sometimes to pinpoint that on. So don't be mad at your Mets for it. It's just, it happens sometimes. But at least you guys have the wording now. You know what's happening. So Austin, Minnesota, please be aware you have multiple tornado warnings off to your west. We'll get back up there and cover that here in just a moment. Overall, though, speaking, I'm watching this tornado warning that's getting ready to come towards Ottawa, Kansas. Excuse me, that's the one that I'm currently looking at right now. Let me see here. Let's see here. Friday is uptrending so significantly for literally the exact same areas. I think we're going to get a day 4 enhanced drift tonight for Friday. I would think we would. If you're in Kansas City, Missouri, you're under that tornado watch. You got 2 tornado warnings to your southwest, moving kind of east-northeast. So we're just going to have to wait and see, but please be weather aware. I'm looking at a couple updates here on some things real quick. Okay. Trying to get my Kansas cameras back up here so I can see if we have anything in Ottawa with this. Thank y'all again for all the gifts. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, also hit that follow button. It's much appreciated. We're also live on YT as well. Just double checking some of these reports here and making sure that everything is going. Is that the storm? It's so hard to tell on the Kansas camera. I can't tell. Des Moines, you're just outside the marginal risk, but tomorrow is your major day. Where is this camera at? All right, Bad Jay, I'll have to check it out here in just a little bit. Where? Hold on. What's coming for Kansas City? I know, you guys just got put under a tornado watch last minute with no severe weather expected today for you guys. You got 2 tornado warnings to the southwest of you guys. So you may get something, you may not get nothing, but the conditions are favorable for tornadoes in Kansas City over the next couple of hours. So we may get something, we may not. It just kind of depends. I'm looking at a couple of runs here. Okay, so that storm is north. So that's a little farther than I'm trying to look at where this storm is going to go. All right, I'll have to wait until it gets a little bit closer. But anyways, those 2 tornado warnings that are in Kansas we are currently watching right now. I'm going to move back up here into Iowa and Minnesota. We've got a lot going on up here. Yeah, pretty strong area of rotation still just west of Clinton Falls and Medford, Minnesota here. That tornado warning still in effect for the next 20-ish minutes. We should be getting these VTPs. We have VTPs of 8 in these supercells right now. I'm honestly like I'm really hoping that these storms just die out. Our violent tornado parameters are ridiculous right now. Look at this. So we got 2 cells, 3 cells in the highest tornado parameters of the entire day right now. That's insane. That conditional nature side of things with this. All right, that tornado window in Clinton Falls is still heading in your direction. I'm going to check on this for you guys. Got a couple cameras we can take a look at here in just a minute. We got that cell coming towards Clinton Falls area, Medford area here. I know, Jade. Me too. Me too. I was not expecting Kansas to pop off today either, but welcome to 2026, where we get tornadoes in risk zones that are extremely low or don't exist, and then when we get bigger risk zones, they sometimes don't verify. So here's our storm, by the way, coming into Medford. This is the camera here along I-35. You can clearly see there is definitely a storm on the way. Pretty sure that was lightning, too. Definitely a pretty intense day today, for sure, though. Yeah, this is the storm that's just outside of Medford. We do still have a couple other tornado warnings. Mapleton, tornado warning for you guys, weak rotation, but tennis ball size hail. Blue Earth, you're now under a tornado warning here. This storm is moving out of the southwest northeast. It's along Interstate 90. Jeez Louise. Oh, we do have a Torpos severe thunderstorm warning just west of Green Bay, Wisconsin. We're going to have to watch that one, too. I just saw that pop up. There's not really any rotation with this, but that storm is moving towards Green Bay. So if you're in Seymour or Green Bay, Wisconsin, just a heads up there, that storm is tracking off to the east. Other than that, our risk zone is definitely verifying today. I'm surprised we don't have an observed tornado on this yet. Mostly hail right now. Wow. You guys gotta be in your safe place if you're in Clinton Falls or Medford. I'm gonna go back to that camera here and see. I'm pretty sure that's the base of the storm. Yeah, so look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Is Kansas observed? Oh, shoot. The tornado in Kansas is observed. There it is. Going right into Ottawa. Out of all places. There's no risk zone. These people have no idea. We have an observed tornado warning and a general thunderstorm risk. Gonna lose my mind. Oh my gosh. Literally gonna lose my mind today. This is only day one. Ottawa, please get to your safe place if you guys are watching the stream. This is Ottawa, Kansas. This is just south of Kansas City. Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm going to crash out. It's only day one. I'm gonna lose my mind. Like I would have like thought that SPC would have done like a conditional like risk zone or something every year. Nope. We have an observed tornado on the ground getting ready to come into Ottawa, Kansas, just outside of Kansas City. Oh my gosh. This is where the 2% hatch tornado risk should have been at. Like these people, like if you're generally like this is where like I 100% agree and side with people. Like I agree with you guys in Kansas City today. Like you guys were put in a general risk of general thunderstorm risk, no severe weather expected. The risk zone for severe weather stopped here, and we have an observed tornado warning outside of that risk zone. So if you're outside of the risk zone today and you're planning your day and you're sitting here wondering like, you know, why am I getting tornado warnings and watches now? Well, the severe weather risk zone that was very, very conditional that the Storm Prediction Center didn't really think was probably going to happen, or I don't know what the thought process was. We now have a potentially major dangerous tornado potentially getting ready to come towards Ottawa and out in a general thunderstorm risk. So this storm is continuing to track east significantly here, and this is like the worst case scenario today that we could possibly see fold out. And Ottawa's pretty populated too. Yeah, Ottawa University is also in this. So Ottawa does have a university as well. This is what I always tell you guys, take everything seriously in the weather world. Well, no, it's not like this is not necessarily SPC's fault at the end of the day because when SPC issues risk zones and they go off of everything that they do to forecast for these events, there's always going to be something that happens. It happens more times than not. And when you have guidance showing like the dry line's isn't gonna do anything, the capping inversion's gonna hold, and they go off of that, there's not much you can do. So it's not that SPC sucks at what they're doing because they have actually validated the risk zone today has gone absolutely 100% the way it should have gone. Like the forecast is happening, sadly, but you're going to have little areas that see things that sometimes aren't supposed to happen. We see it more times than not, but that does show you the error in some forecasting aspect, but it happens. It happens more times than not. So that's why I just tell you guys if there's always that conditional threat, even though you may not be in a risk zone or two, that you need to pay attention, especially if you're 25 miles away. Technically, the overall like message is if you're 25 miles away from the risk zone where it ends, you still could see low end severe weather. And so technically, in a sense, the end of the risk zone is still 25 miles away from where the actual, severe weather is happening at. So we could kind of justify it, but it's a little bit different here if you're in this area. So I'm concerned here for Ottawa, very concerned. I just need these people in their safe places. So this is the only tornado warning we have in Kansas, and it is coming right towards Ottawa. If you are in Ottawa, Kansas, you need to be seeking shelter now, okay? This is Franklin County. This is a tornado on the ground doing damage. Okay, we have a university here. We have a population of 12,000 people here. They were not expecting a tornado warning to happen today, probably, so they're probably all freaking out, which I absolutely understand. But this is a very significant situation, and this could be a very bad situation for this if this continues. The message is people can be mad if they want to be mad because they weren't supposed to get severe weather today. But in reality, here we can talk about that later. We're gonna make sure that people are getting that information that they need to get. So it happens. We can have a whole other conversation later on down the day about this. I meant to go back to just really, really quickly here. We only got 2 more tornado warnings left, so we're down to 3 warnings. It looks to be, I think, right? Down to 3 warnings. That storm that's up here in Medford and Clinton Falls here. I had a visual on this just a second ago. Let's see if it's still showing it. Well, there you go. Here's that tornado warning in Medford, by the way. This is what the camera looks like right now. I would definitely say there's a storm happening. That's in Medford in that tornado warning right now. So I just wanted to give you all a visual on that. I think there's a couple more. Let me look at the cameras here again and see if we can see any of that rotation somewhere. I don't know if this side of it is getting it. I was trying to see if we could get that rotation on one of these cameras. Oh. Did they issue a new confirmed warning? Yep, there it is. So there it is. Yep. Tornado still on the ground in Ottawa. Jeez. Please be in your safe place, guys. Please. This is a tornado on the ground getting ready to come into a population of 12,000 people. 12,000 people. I think that is our CC right there. I'm shocked it's not PDS. We haven't had a PDS yet. Sorry, guys. I thought I saw a wall cloud on this picture too, on the one in Minnesota that I was looking at a minute ago. Oh wow, yeah, there's our wall cloud. There it is. So this is the tornado warning that's in over in Medford. There's your wall cloud right there on the right side of the screen. Top right of the screen. That's up in Minnesota. That's what I was waiting to see if we were going to see that or not. That's what I wanted to see before it came through. That thing is moving too. So that's the tornado warning in Medford and Clinton on the top right of your screen up there. I think I've got a camera too for that thing is spinning. Look at that. This is going to move through pretty quickly here. If you've never seen a rotating wall cloud, this is how tornadoes happen. These things right here. So your thunderstorm anvil is well up here, but your base where your rotation is happening is down in here. So this is moving across the interstate here as we speak. Can we please stop spamming Monroe, Michigan? Like, Michigan's literally not even getting anything right now. Chill out, dude. Mod, y'all can take care of that, please. I appreciate that. There's literally no need for that. I definitely will not answer your question if you're spamming. That thing is moving. Yes, there is a confirmed tornado on the ground in Ottawa. We're gonna get back to that here in just a second. There's this tornado warning here as well in Clinton that I'm watching just really, really quickly here because we've got this wall cloud that's moving over. I think it's definitely moving really quickly. Very impressive storm. So there's your little bit of rotation up in there. It is moving super quick. Yeah, so once again, no tornado confirmed on this storm. That is where we look at for tornado genesis, right in there. That little wall cloud that's in place here. But this storm is moving very, very quickly off to the west here, to the east. You can actually see the low hanging there just a little bit. Yeah, it's moving super, super quick. That's what I was saying. In Michigan, you're not going to see any storms until well closer to midnight tonight. We got a long ways to go. The camera is going to go out here in a minute too. This is the tornado warning. Oh, there it is. So we still have the tornado warning here. Is this PDS jet for Ottawa? We're still watching the one here in Ottawa right now as well. Dude, this is crazy. You guys, if you're in Ottawa, Kansas, you have like 3 minutes to get to your safe place if you're not already. Like, we literally may get a PDS tornado warning and a general thunderstorm risk today. I don't think I've ever seen a PDS severe thunderstorm or PDS tornado warning and a general thunderstorm risk. We do have one camera in Ottawa. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let me go to it here for you guys. We'll go ahead and pull out this one here. I do have one. Let me go to it here. If it works is the question. I'm gonna zoom in here. The DOT websites have all the cameras, so you guys can see them as well. But we do have one. Where is it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? There we go. I don't know if it's going to. It's not gonna be able to show very much, but when it does come through here in a minute, we may see it. I want to go back to that Minnesota one just really quickly again. Wow! Look at this. So this is the tornado warning once again in Clinton and Medford, Missouri. Not Missouri, Minnesota. Lots of cloud to ground lightning too. Pretty sure we've got hail. We've got hail bouncing off the camera here. You can see it a little bit. Yeah, that is definitely hail that is bouncing off the camera. No, that's your rain shaft back in the background there. I'm surprised this camera's still intact. All right, let me go back to Ottawa here. I'm genuinely concerned on why this is not PDS. This has been observed. That's the observe tag that was there. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, this makes me sick to my stomach right now. Please, guys, please, 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 if you have friends or family in Ottawa, they have like a minute, like literally 1 minute to get to their safe place if they're not already. This is coming into Ottawa like full force here. This is very, very concerning. Like, we have a university here. We have 12,000 people here in the path of this tornado, and it is on the ground. Yeah, the sirens will go on and off through the entire warning. I'm going to get back here again and see what this looks like one more time. Wow. All right. If it goes PDS, we'll know. Let me go back to, this is the camera that we have that's in Ottawa. I believe this is the only one I have that it will work. Yeah, this is the only one I have that's in Ottawa. It's on the northeast side here. So we'll go back to that radar scan. This is a nasty, nasty storm. SPC should extend. Yeah, we should get that marginal risk extension all the way up. Kansas City will get upgraded. We'll probably have that risk zone go pretty far east, I would think, at this point. Tennis ball size hail again with this storm. I really hope everybody in Ottawa is in their safe place, guys. 12,000 people getting ready for an observed tornado here. I mean, this is insane. There's no debris signature, which is good, but that's also because it's been in a rural area. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not PDS too. I'm genuinely am. Oh my god. Yeah, it's Ottawa, Kansas. Yeah. Yeah, I hate looking this. This makes me so sick to my stomach. I really hope that we just dodge a bullet here. That there are 12,000 people in Ottawa right now, and your tornado is observed, and it is right here. This thing's going to continue east. The environment, guys, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, the environment out in front of this supercell is so volatile. So volatile. It's going to cross into Missouri in the next hour and a half to 2 hours. Like, this thing's not going anywhere anytime soon. We should have had a Dad Gym risk zone expansion on the last update up here. We get one more SPC Outlook update in 30 minutes. Oh, Ottawa. No. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's in Ottawa. I mean, it's there. It is here. I'm not seeing a debris signature, which is good. So I don't know if this is lifted or what we have going on here. Well, here's the camera. They moved the camera finally. This is the camera on the east side of Ottawa, like literally on the east side. Jenny Purr, stop. So this is our one camera we have. Jenny Purr, come on. Go. Look how dark it is. Oh, unless it's not, the camera's not working. Is it working? Work for me. There we go. And then here's the velocity scan again. I'll move back out on it. Or the reflectivity. We are just praying and hoping for the best that this tornado is not either on the ground or that it is lifted. Oh, no. Please do not do this right now. Please, 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 please. Please do not do this. I'm still not getting a correlation, so I'm hoping that we are going to miss out on this. I really do. Let me refresh this camera. Did we lose our camera? We lost our camera, I think. Maybe. We lost our camera. Our camera is no longer existing. It's gone. Darn. I don't know what is happening in Ottawa right now. I'm going to start looking at, see if we can get some reports on this. I'm hoping that we got lucky. I really, really do. Please. Please, 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 please. We're just like anticipating here that this just moves by and doesn't do anything. Ugh. It's almost out of Ottawa. It's almost out. Well, we didn't get any debris, so I'm hoping that this tornado did not. I know it still says observed. It doesn't look like we have any damage on anything. Ugh, please just go. Go away. Go away. We want it gone. It's a funnel right now. Okay, we're going to get this thing hopefully out of here, and then we're going to have to watch east, because this will go closer to Missouri. This is so impressive. I mean, who would have thought the storm of the day, textbook feature-wise, would be in Kansas, right? In a general thunderstorm risk. Sometimes you just never know with these setups, guys. I always tell you guys, like, you never know what's going to happen. The environment was there, the storms took in favor of it, and this happened. I did not expect this to happen in Kansas today, personally speaking. All right, we still got a couple tornado warnings as well. Back up here into Minnesota as well. Still 2 tornado warnings. One in Blue Earth, got about 36 minutes on that warning. And then the one heading towards Minnesota Lake, you're in that tornado warning up here, moving southeast. We got about 36 minutes left there. And then this is moving towards Bancroft. But other than that, Kansas. Jeez Louise, Kansas. Is there a CC drop on it? I haven't seen it yet unless it's on the southeast side. Let me double check. Let me double check here. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm double checking the 2 other spots here because it hasn't like officially updated on mine yet. Yeah, I know it still says observed. Yeah, yeah, it's observed. There it is. Yep, it is on the ground. It is on the ground. It is southeast. They may end up PDSing this. It is literally on the outskirts here. There is a CC on it. There is a CC. On the southeast side of Ottawa. So it's going to be going towards Peoria next. There's a mesoskill. Did they issue a special mesoskill for it? We did just get a mesoskill discussion for a watch possible across Michigan. That'll be 40% for right now. They've got to upgrade the severe risk over here in 20 minutes when SPC comes out. Yeah, there's damage. There is damage on the southeast side here. So this just crossed Interstate 35 and did damage. So that is a clean correlation coefficient drop right there. How can I tell? Because there's a CC. Kansas City Metro, we'll see. You've got storms to your southwest that we're watching. Back over here near like Linden and Overbrook. As of right now, these storms will be moving in your vicinity here. I worry. I think this is going to continue to track east, but it could get yanked northeast. That's what I'm kind of watching to see if this starts to get pulled to the Oberlin Park area. I don't think it's going to go that far north, but you don't know. You never know with these type of setups. But what I am concerned about is this area right in here. So if you're out in front of this here, like Harrisonville and Belton, Missouri, you need to be watching this storm, like without even a thought process. You need to be watching this storm. Ugh, the radar scan is like crazy right now. Yeah, that's a pretty significant correlation drop right there. Ugh. I wonder if it's going to occlude and it's going to recycle again. Where's that new warning at? We got a new tornado warning back down here into Iowa. This is going to be just south of Spencer. We got another supercell north of Lawrence here. Take a look at this. Also a pretty decent couplet. So Gillette Grove and Webb, if you're in this radar indicated tornado warning, this is for Buena Vista County and Clay County, Iowa. So make sure you're staying in your safe place if you're in that warning. We should be getting a new tornado. Yeah, so they do have a confirmed tornado report. They're in Ottawa. There it is. Observed moving northeast by train splash. So they have people on this. It's still observed. Jesus. Why not issue a Torpos severe thunderstorm warning in front of it? Why not a tornado warning? So yeah, this is going to go northeast/east. So the general speaking here, New severe thunderstorm warning capable of tennis ball size hail and as well as a tornado from Gardner down to Paola. I mean, this thing is still cranking. Yeah, 25 miles per hour. So we're going to have to see. Also, I do want to watch. I'm not saying this is going to happen. A little broad outflow / inflow trying to develop here going towards Kansas City. So we also want to watch this as this tracks up to the northeast. God, this thing looks wonky. We also got to watch this supercell down here near Blue Mound and Mound City. Interesting to kind of note, if this storm can continue to kind of go east here, we may end up getting a merge over Harrisonville. I don't want to speculate too far, but this is something to also watch. They need to get this SPC outlook out at this point. I think it's too late, but they need to get this SPC outlook so we can get this risk zone covered. I know a lot of you guys in the chat, both watching on YouTube and TikTok, have storm anxiety. Take a deep breath. We're going to get you guys through this. That's what we do. Just take a deep breath with people. I get some of y'all are scared and our anxiety, but we're going to get you guys through this. It's going to be okay. All right. Some things don't go to forecast, some do. So it's hard. Okay. Forecasting the weather and forecasting exactly where severe weather is going to happen to the dime is very hard to do sometimes. So I can sense that some of y'all may be a little bit upset in Kansas City, which I would be too if I had a tornado warning south of me that was on the ground. I would absolutely understand that. But let's take a deep breath and we're going to get you guys through this, okay? We'll get some clarification here in about 10 minutes from the Storm Prediction Center. We're just trying to do the best we can, okay? The weather team is also in the chat answering y'all's questions. I will not be answering questions because I'm covering the warnings. So they are in the chat here answering y'all's questions. So if they give y'all an answer and you're tagged, it's going to be the exact same information as I would tell you. But they are trained and they are told what to do. I speak to them on a daily basis. This team has existed for 3 years. They are here to help you guys, okay? All right, we got a new tornado warning. Another one. This one is in northern Iowa. So what I am noticing, I will just kind of say this now, what I am starting to notice is our linear line of thunderstorms is going to start developing. So overall, if you're up in Minneapolis today, I think you got lucky. I think you got very lucky. I think the northern side of this risk zone today did not verify, and that's because our warm front kind of stayed further south. We should see this go away on the next update, or at least get trimmed. So our severe weather threat will continue across this region tonight. This is where we're going to be focusing at. We're going to eventually have one line of thunderstorms that's going to develop as all of these cells kind of merge together and work their way southeast. So, yeah, Laney, I told you, Laney. But no, and then we're going to continue to watch down here for this observed tornado warning. This is my main focus right now, is this observed tornado warning. It's not in a risk zone right now, but it will more than likely be in a risk zone in the next 5 minutes when SPC comes out. So we should see that upgrade. I don't know if they're going to go marginal or if they're going to go slight. I don't know what they're going to do. This is the first time I've seen this in quite a bit of time, so... Yeah, no, can't. If you're up here in Topeka, you're fine. You're good until tomorrow. Topeka, your day will be tomorrow. I know this was probably a close call with you guys, but Kansas City and DeSoto, anybody out here in this vicinity needs to be watching, because there is a tornadic supercell to the south of you guys. There's a cluster of storms off to the west here. This is a pretty good vicinity where that tornado watch was issued, where we're going to see these storms move into. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this when I tell you guys this either, okay? The environment in Kansas City is favorable for tornadoes. Are these storms going to move into that environment and take a hold of that? Hopefully not, but we are going to have to see. But the environment, according to mesoanalysis, which is what I trust with my life when I do my forecasting, shows surface-based Cape values at 2,000 plus, instability is decent, dew points are decent, and as well as shear is decent. We could continue to see this thing spin up to the northeast if it gets going. Okay? So I'm not going to tell you guys there's not a chance of a tornado in Kansas City when there is. Not saying it's going to happen, but the environment is favorable for tornadoes. Did we get an update on one of these, or is that just a regular one? Okay, just wanted to make sure. So we're still watching this supercell that's down here in Peoria, Kansas. Right now it is still tracking east/northeast. I'm hoping that this thing will start to weaken so we don't have to worry about this. Madison, your risk zone's going to update in like literally 5 to 6 minutes when SPC updates at the top of the hour, so I'll give you an update then. I will tell you guys this now too. If you've not been watching me, if you're new to the channel today, or if you don't watch, because there's some people out there that just look at their morning weather forecast and they go about their day, which is completely fine. Some of you guys are not weather junkie nerds and look at the weather 24/7 like I do or anybody else. If you're in Kansas City and Oklahoma and up into Iowa, this is day 1 of your severe weather outbreak. We're going to do it all over again tomorrow. We're going to do it all over again on Wednesday, and we're going to do it all over again on Friday. So this is day 1 of like 4 for some of you guys. Some of you guys, especially if you're in Kansas City, you're in this 4 days in a row this week. And tomorrow actually is your better day in Kansas City for everything and above. And then we're going to do it again on Friday, and we're going to do it again on Wednesday. So this is day 1. So I will be talking more about that forecast at the end of the stream tonight, which we're probably going to be on here for quite some time this evening. I probably will be on stream until after midnight tonight. So it's just how it is. But we will give you guys that information as it comes out tonight. Okay. Yeah, Michigan, your overall severe threat won't be really until tomorrow, but you do have a low to medium threat tonight for damaging winds, and then an isolated tornado threat can't be ruled out. All right, I'm just kind of waiting for that outlook to come out. Yeah, this is very rare, by the way, guys. This was that mesoscale discussion. It's very, very rare that we get a mesoscale discussion that specifically talks about one storm, but a strong tornado can still continue through 013Z or 0130Z, which is just about over with here. So we're going to continue to watch this tornadic supercell probably until it gets to the Missouri line, and then we'll kind of revalidate and see what happens. But that's very rare that you get a mesoscale discussion for one specific storm, unless there's usually like a violent tornado ongoing to some extent here. But as I mentioned earlier, we still have a pretty favorable environment across this entire region here for tornadoes. These are your STP values, which is basically significant tornado parameters, are anywhere between 4 and 8. So, and then we still have some pretty healthy Cape values. The environment is still very, very favorable for these storms to produce tornadoes and all of the above. So I'm going to tell you guys straight up how it is, but let's just hope that these storms weaken. All right, brand new tornado warning here. This is going to be radar indicated, so it doesn't look like our tornado is observed anymore, at least on the new warning. This is going to be for the Hillsdale Recreation Area. This is south of Interstate 35, but includes Paola. And this will continue to work its way east. So out in front of this here, if you need more time, Spring Hill, Aubrey, Wea, and Lewisburg would be next. Looks like we have another confirmed. Okay. Yep, there's that one. So Iowa is now observed. Yeah, brand new tornado warning here for, what is that? Was that Ayrshire and Curlew and Mollard? This is going to be for you guys. Confirmed tornado on the ground here in northern Iowa. Pretty decent little couplet on this storm as well here. We're going to go ahead and pull this up here. Very large hail in this storm too. All right, that's the other one. Do we have multiple, or is that... Okay, that's just catching up a little bit. Just playing catch up. There's damage on 35. Yeah, we saw the CC. There is damage in Ottawa. I know there is, 100%. Yeah, I was going to say, I know Ottawa on the east side, southeast side ended up getting hit. So we'll have to check on that damage when we get some more reports in, but I appreciate that. So confirmed tornado in progress, guys. Moving into Ayrshire and Curlew, and eventually up here near Emmitsburg. We do have a airport up here in Emmitsburg that we've got to watch for as well. I will definitely say this is our first, I would say regional tornado day for the entire year so far. This will definitely be one of our biggest days so far this year in terms of tornadoes. Even though we've only had a couple confirmed in terms of the amount of warnings and spatial coverage of storms today, this has definitely been our biggest severe weather threat this far this year. And we still have, like I said, 4 more days to go. So, town of Harlan's. Yeah, if you guys have damage report pictures in Ottawa or anywhere else, you guys can send them in my Discord. The Discord should be linked in my YouTube channel or as well as in my link on here. If not, trying to think here. If not, you guys can... You maybe can message me on TikTok. I can't remember. You can either add me on Snap, send me on or Discord, I believe. I'll have to double check. My link should work, but I'm not too sure. We'll get all that figured out later. But anyways, if you have pictures, you can find a way to send them to me. I'm on all socials. Okay. I'm waiting on this SPC outlook to come in. That's what I want to see. It is almost 8 o'clock already, which is crazy. All right. Still got that tornado warning here in effect for Curlew and Ayrshire or Ayrshire. I'm going to butcher that every single time. Make sure you're in your tornado warning safe place if you are in this here, please. Let me go back down into that storm in Kansas as well here, just because I believe it still had the observe tag. Looks like we're going to have some pretty strong winds as well coming up here into Centropolis. So we're going to have to watch. The rotation on the Paola tornado warning is also looking like it's weakening, which is good. We're seeing that, hopefully, tornado genesis maybe fall apart. I do want to watch this southern storm in Mountain City and Blue Mountain as well, potentially for rotation. This up here is just general reflectivity. I do want to watch, too, the tail end of this kind of complex of severe storms as it goes east-northeast as well. There's just a lot happening right now, guys. A lot. SPC updated. Okay, perfect. Let's go take a look. Wow. So they're not even showing... I hate when they do this. You click on SPC for the update, and it shows the risks in from 2 days ago. Oh, there it is. They did add a slight risk. So they double upgraded Kansas City to a marginal and a slight risk. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Literally insane. What in the world? I'm telling you, this is not the most wackiest day today, or so far this year. I don't know what else is. This has been wild today. So what you guys are about to see happen on the screen here is a double upgrade. We got a marginal risk and then a slight risk embedded in here. Oh my gosh. This is great. Yeah, they did say, I think this is a slight risk after this. So this will update. There we go. Another tornado warning. This is literally what I was just talking about. Another tornado warning getting ready to come into Ottawa after they just had one. Another one. The back end flank of that supercell on the west side, just literally, we were just talking about that. Oh my gosh, I'm going to lose it today. This one's going to be for Centropolis, and then again, if you're in Ottawa, you're literally about to get another tornado warning. Going to lose my mind. Oh my gosh, if we get another confirmed tornado behind this. There's the slight risk upgrade. I'm going to crash out. It's going to happen. I'm going to crash out before tonight's over with, guys. We have 8 tornado warnings. If you were in Centropolis or if you're in Ottawa, please, please, please get to your safe place once again. I'm not joking. Please get to your safe place again if you're in Ottawa, Kansas. But there's our risk zone upgrade. We have a slight risk. There it is. Our storm to the south now in Mountain City is now also torpos. And then I believe we had a tornado upgrade with a warning. Oh, that's still the one in over here in Missouri. So make sure you're still hanging out in your safe place here. If you're in I can't say it. Ayrshire or Curlew, did they go with a 2% or 5% upgrade? Oh my god. Oh. I feel like I'm dreaming right now. So we went from no tornado risk to a 5% hatch tornado risk. I'm telling you guys, this is just at this point, I feel like I'm dreaming at this point. This is insane. So Claire, by the way, you're now in a 2% hatch tornado risk. So whoever has Claire as their storm buddy, please making sure that you're looking out for her. For anybody, for my leads on the weather team, can we please let Jan know that Kansas City now has been upgraded to a 5% tornado risk because she has family there as well. I'm going to lose my mind tonight before this entire day is over with. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate it. They still have Oklahoma in the risk zone. Like, are we getting storms tonight? I don't think we're going to get storms down here tonight, but they kept it. Oh my gosh. I'm not laughing, guys, because this is not funny, but it's just like we knew this was going to probably happen today, and there was no risk zone up here. Structure collapse in Ottawa. Okay, thank you for that, Laney. Appreciate that. Yeah, Claire, be ready to go, girly, just in case. You've got that. I'm honestly getting more concerned about the storm to the southwest of you because this is the one that you're going to have to watch that could, kind of go into this vicinity here. So that's what we're watching on that southern storm. It is Torpos now, and then we have the 2 tornado warnings in between here. I'm just blown away at today at this. I'm just wow. Okay, let's get into this here. We're here doing this today, guys. What a day it has been today. What a day it's been. All right, so we have 3 tornado warnings outside of Kansas City, Missouri. We're gonna talk about this, okay? The good news is for Kansas City is these storms are to the south, so we're gonna hope that they stay to the south. That would be best course of nature here. A tornado warning that's on the eastern side here for what is that, Antioch, and then as well as the Hillsdale Recreation Park here, and then we've got that second tornado warning behind this. If you're in Ottawa, we may end up doing this again here in a minute potentially. Weak rotation on this one, but we're gonna keep watching it. And then we do still have that weak rotation south here as well. Yeah, the Mound City storm definitely has my attention. It is Torpos as well, so we're gonna have to watch this. Let me also double check here. We still have 2 tornado warnings. We do still have an observed tornado on the ground in Iowa. Okay. We got a new tornado watch. I don't know where that's at. I'll have to take a look here in a minute. They should have just kept the slight risk here that they had like 2 days ago. I don't understand this. But yeah, the tornado warning here in Curfew and Ashire is still observed, according to the warning box here. Doesn't look like it's observed anymore, but it's also kind of in an open area. So make sure you're still staying in your safe places if you're in that warning. And then we do still have that tornado warning up here. It looks like Minnesota is starting to transition into that damaging wind in it and hail threats. So yeah, this is what we're starting to see as a more linear mode. So the overall tornado threat will start to decrease for Minnesota. We're still going to have the chance for, any prefrontals that develop, any supercells out in this area. But overall, we're going to start to gradually transition into a wind, hail, and QLCS tornado event. Also, Green Bay, Wisconsin, I meant to mention this a minute ago. Just wanted to tell you guys, just because it is a bigger population. Green Bay, you're under a severe thunderstorm warning for ping pong ball size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So, but we're going to get back down here to Kansas because this is where the craziness is happening out. The whole town of Ottawa is without power? Are you serious? This storm is looking like it's going to recycle too as it goes east. All right, I'm going to double check here too on some things here in just a moment. Something tells me I'm not going to get much sleep tonight. Chrisman, good to see you in the chat. I just now saw your comment in there. How's DeSoto? So they are in the tornado watch. They're in it, but the storms are just outside of it there. So wind and hail will be your main threat. I don't think you're going to get a tornado in DeSoto because it's well south of you guys. Should be okay. Wow, just wow. Just a crazy, crazy thing happening right now. All right, guys, let me run to the bathroom like super, super quickly here. I'm going to leave it on the screen for just a moment. I will be right back. Alrighty, guys, I'm back here. Sorry about that. We've been go today. It has been crazy. Fix my fan here. Hold on, just one second. I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out in here today and trusting us with your weather coverage. Like I said, this is like day one. Tomorrow could be a lot more crazier potentially in terms of significance. All right, still got these tornado warnings here. Yeah, Mountain City is about to do some wild stuff. Yeah, it's about to do some wild stuff if you're in Mountain City. Let's see. Let's go to velocity here. I just saw that. Yeah, Mountain City should be getting tornado warned here in just a moment. Am I okay? I'm doing great. Guys, you gotta remember, I've covered some crazy, like, this is insane today, genuinely speaking, after just everything kind of happened at once. But I've covered some crazy tornado events over the last 7 years. So this is not my first rodeo with like 7 or 10 or 20 tornado warnings at one time. This is a crazy day for some people and a crazy day in general because it's the first time we've seen something like this in a little bit of time. But we get through it, so. But yeah, there it is. Tornado warning in Mountain City just came out. So Claire, if you're in here, girl, this is in your direction. You still got about probably an hour to an hour and a half, but this is in your direction. So Pleasanton and Mountain City, get to your safe place. Brand new tornado warning here. Power out. Yeah, that tornado hit. I know that tornado hit Ottawa. I know it had to. And this is gonna probably drop a tornado here in a few minutes. The one down here in Mountain City. So Mountain City, Pleasantown, please get to your safe place. This is going to be crossing into Missouri soon. Yeah, it may be observed. You guys actually might be right on that. There may be a correlation drop on this. Hold on one second here. Hold on one second, y'all. All right, guys. Sorry, I was on a phone call real quick. I was on a phone call. All right, so we got to watch this storm here in Mountain City. There could be a potential tornado already with this one here. It is on its way into Missouri. We do still have those 2 other tornado warnings. We got 13 minutes left on the one. Excuse me, the 13 minutes left on the one up here into Spring Hill. Still a little bit of spin on this one, and then we do still have a little bit of spin on Centropolis. The good news is it doesn't look like there's a tornado on either one of these right now. But we need to talk. We need to talk here because here is my here's my issue. Here's my issue. Do you see this right here? Massive, massive supercell. And what's probably going to happen is as this one crosses east and this one moves up north here, we're probably going to have a merge, or we're probably going to have the nudge theory kind of take over. So I'm genuinely getting more and more concerned. If you're back over here into Aubrey, Belton, anybody out in front of this supercell is going to have the potential one for damaging winds inside of the cell itself, but also that rotation. This has got clean air out in front of it, so we can literally see this thing drop down a significant tornado. It's in the 5 hatch. There's a 2 hatch here. An easy EF2 plus tornado could come out of this storm as it gets ready to track into Missouri. So the good news is this is going to stay south of Kansas City. It should. But overall, though, this is going to be an issue for anybody out in front of it. I've seen these supercells have this look multiple times, and anytime you get a new area of inflow developing with an outflow boundary here, you're going to have some type of rotation with this, and usually can get pretty significant. Yeah, Mound City did just go observed. I did just see that. So there it is. Yep. Observed tornado on the ground now in Mound City and Pleasant Town, Kansas. So if you're out in front of this tornado warning in Missouri, Butler, Rich Hill, and Adrian. And then eventually we'll have Appleton City, Clinton, Creighton, and Garden City kind of in the path of this next. And this one's moving a little bit faster. Now, there is a confirmed tornado on this storm now. I actually think this is potentially a significant tornado on this one. It doesn't help that our STP values are still 6 and 7 and 8 right now. Yeah, if you're in Mountain City and Pleasant Town, please get to your safe place, guys. Please, 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 please. Jesus. That's a pretty decent CC drop, I think, too, on this. It's a little hard to tell. Yeah, Minnesota and Wisconsin's tornado threat is starting to slowly wind down. Slowly wind down. It's not 0, but... These storms over here in Kisimo are concerning. Not Kisimo, but south of it. This is what I was worried about. Oh my god. This could be our most impressive storm of the entire day today. Up here outside of Kansas. Or outside of Kansas City. This is literally about to do something crazy here in a minute. Yeah, there's the new tornado warning. This is I've seen this look so many times on these supercells, and these usually do some crazy stuff here. I was gonna say this one may be observed, right? Potentially as well. Yep, there it is. This tornado is observed. Southwest of Spring Hill, Kansas. Confirmed tornado here as well. Huge CC drop on this one. Huge CC drop. This is a confirmed tornado. Hillsdale, Wagstaff, Chills, Spring Hill. If you're out in front of this tornado warning and you're in Missouri, Belton and Harrisonville need to be watching, please. So we've got a tornado on the ground in Mound City, and we have a tornado on the ground south of Spring Hill here. No, this is not moving into Kansas City, Missouri. This is going to be a really destructive supercell. They should have pushed that slide risk way further east, I think. These storms are not going to die once they hit the end of the slide risk. This is been seen too many times. Our most intense tornado today may literally come out of Kansas and Missouri. Ugh. Oh my gosh. This honestly kind of reminds me of the Kankakee look just a slight little bit. We're going to have a wedge tornado in a minute out of this storm. Without a doubt. This is going to be a massive tornado. There it is. It went observed. Yep, officially. Yeah, we're going to have a massive tornado. This is textbook classic. Oh my God. High stages of a potentially violent tornado getting ready to set up as this gets ready to cross into western Missouri. Just south of, yeah, we're going to see if we can get a camera on this. Can we see if I can find the camera on this? Is it was it Chilus, Aiden? Hopefully you said that right, maybe? Close to it? Yeah, we are about to see a very, very violent tornado today about to set up here as this crosses into Missouri. I'm not joking when I say that, guys. I've seen this so many times with a supercell that looks like this. This is the beginning stages of potentially a very violent tornado. That would be in that EF2 plus range. And then we have that tornado observed down in Mountain City still as well. Yeah, that correlation coefficient drop is huge. Huge debris signature in Hillsdale right now. Potentially a very strong tornado in progress just outside of Hillsdale, Kansas. So here was a picture. This traffic camera froze about 2 minutes ago. Here's a picture just outside of that supercell, by the way. It's not a video camera, it's just a picture. That takes pictures every 2 minutes. This is what it looked like 2 minutes ago, just outside of that storm. Just if you guys wanted a picture view on the camera. That's our tornado, by the way. It's somewhere in there. Huge. They need to PDS this. This needs to go PDS like now. Very, very large, violent tornado in progress right now, just outside of Wagstaff. Huge CC. This needs to get upgraded like ASAP. I don't know what they're doing, but this is your tornado debris signature. Very, very, very large destructive tornado in progress, getting ready to come into Missouri. I don't know what we're waiting on, but please PDS this because we have lots of people out in front of this. We've got Belton, Raymore, Cleveland, Harrisonville, Pleasant Hill. We have so many people out in front of this as this gets ready to cross into Missouri. And then we have that observed down in Pleasant, or no longer observed in Pleasant Town, so that's good. That one lifted. Very, very large violent tornado in progress, guys, right now in eastern Kansas, just south of Kansas City. This is not going into Kansas City, but oh my gosh. Wow. Holy crud, dude. We have a velocity scan of 95 miles per hour inside this tornado. That's just the outflow. 95 miles per hour. They need to PDS this. They need to PDS this. This is absolutely insane. Oh my goodness gracious. This thing is a monster. Tornado outbreak literally in Kansas and Missouri. This is more than likely a very, very large wedge tornado in progress right now. I'm almost undoubtedly certain about it. If you're in Wee or Wea, if you're in Cleveland, if you're anywhere out in front of this warning, we're gonna have to see where this goes. But um, it's going. It's going east. Ugh. That's that picture again. This is inside the storm, so this camera just updated. Hold on a second. I've got another camera, I think, in this area here somewhere. We're gonna see if we can find it. Just outside of it. That was Spring Hill a few moments ago. I'm gonna have to hold on a minute. I'm gonna have to find another image of it here. Hold on a second. Where is the PDS that should exist here? Ugh. Yeah, if you're in, I don't know how do you say this. Is it Bucyrus? Bucyrus? Is that how you pronounce it? You need to be in your safe place. You're in this observed tornado warning. Yeah, this tornado is just to the south of you guys. I hope I said that right. Bucyrus. Thank you guys. Sorry. I'm not from Kansas, so I'm gonna butcher it. But Bucyrus, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, Bucyrus, this tornado is here's Bucyrus and here's the tornado. So it's casually moving east southeast here, but you need to be underground. If you can physically get underground, get underground. If not, the most interior room of your house. It's a bathroom, that's a closet, wherever you can go. Ugh. Look at that. Look at the inflow notch just kick in on that thing. I don't remember the last time I saw a violent tornado south of Kansas City before. It's been a little bit of time. We may go through a little bit of an occlusion here potentially. We'll have to see. My biggest issue would be is if this storm can make it back into central Missouri here, we're gonna have an issue here. We're gonna get a merge potentially with this, but it's recycling, I think. We have so many people as this crosses over. Look at CC, I'll pull it up. Oh my goodness. Yep, there it is. Yeah, if you're in Bucyrus, you've got minutes here. It's coming. You got like 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing too, is these people did not have time to prepare for this today either. They got thrown in a risk zone last minute, and now there's a wedge tornado. This is what sucks about weather forecasting is when we have these type of events that are super conditional and unknown, and we don't know if storms are going to fire, and people either see it or they don't see it, or they don't get told the right thing because the forecast doesn't happen a certain way. There's so many different things. Yeah, the cap didn't hold. I had a feeling today that the cap could break. I didn't think it would either, just because of the fact that our dry line wasn't super, super sharp, but it happened. It happened at the end of the day, so that's it. It is what it is. It just tells you guys there's still lots more to forecasting than people think. It takes a lot to make a forecast for something like this. There's so many things that I look at. There's so many things that the professionals look at. It's not easy to make a forecast like this. It's not. I have a feeling tomorrow is going to be way worse, though. I have a really bad feeling tomorrow is going to be way worse, and it could be significantly. Um, but we'll see what happens. Or was that new tornado warning at? All right, we do got a tornado warning up here just northwest of Mason City, Iowa. A little bit of rotation on the storm in Forest City. Oh, dang, Laney, that's crazy. Forest City heads up if you're in this tornado warning. Woden and Crystal Lake as well. Heads up to you guys. Get to your safe place if you're in that warning. We're turning this into more of a damaging wind event up there, so we'll start covering that northern mode once this decides to chill the hell out in Kansas and Missouri. I'm really concerned about a merge happening here in a few minutes on both of these. Oh my dude, the outflow notch is insane. I need you guys out here from Belton to Harrisonville. Just go ahead and get ready now if you're in Missouri. If you're in these towns, it's coming. It's not just gonna poof magically zap out of thin air. It's coming your direction here, so just get ready for it. You guys probably got about 15 to 30 minutes is the best time I could probably give for this. I mean, we're just getting a surge of outflow with this. No, dude, Aiden, literally, and it's occluding and it's recycling, and it's gonna do some crazy stuff here. And like I said, our southern tornado is now on the ground again. Southern tornado is now on the ground. Pleasantown tornado is now observed. It is now moving into Missouri. So Butler and Adrian along Highway or Interstate 49 here, you need to get to your safe place as well if you're just outside of that warning. 40 minutes, or not 40 minutes, 25 minutes until that's there. This also has significant potential. Wow. Yeah, that tornado just went through Pleasantown. We should get a moderate risk zone tomorrow. I hate to say this too, guys. If you're in Kansas City tomorrow, a strong tornado can't be ruled out again tomorrow. Damaging winds and large hail. You guys are going to do it all over again tomorrow. I just now looked at the cam guidance for tomorrow's setup. Very identical to today. If not actually a little bit more favorable for stronger tornadoes tomorrow in KCMO. So we get to do this all over again tomorrow with you guys here, and this time it's actually forecasted. Yeah, the entire eastern half of Kansas is in the risk zone tomorrow, and if you're in southern Iowa up into western Missouri and Kansas again tomorrow, it's literally like a higher corridor potentially for you guys, but it's actually forecasted this time, and we're gonna do a whole breakdown about tomorrow later on in the stream. I'm gonna probably be on here, guys, until well after midnight with you guys, so we'll be here. Okay, we'll talk all about it, but Wisconsin, Northern Illinois, Michigan, and Kansas and Missouri and Southern Iowa tomorrow look very, very rough, at least on some of the guidance coming in for tomorrow. We're going to get you guys through it because that's what we do. So, all right. We do have that confirmed tornado in progress on both of these storms still. We should be getting a new tornado warning on the northern one here in just a few moments. Yeah, it's going to go again. Both of these. Oh my goodness. Out of central Kansas. Yeah, dude, it's crazy, Aiden. Dude, the SRH values are literally through the roof. It's insane. So I'm gonna tell you guys this, and I've been mentioning this the last couple of minutes here, okay, or the last couple of hours or so. If this storm can manage to hold its strength as it crosses up into northeastern and central Missouri, and this storm goes, we're gonna get the merging theory or the merge, what we like to call the merge. And basically, what happens is the southern storm will merge in with the northern storm, and what it will basically do is the velocity couplet can tighten very significantly, and we can actually have ourselves where this overlaps here. If this does happen, if it does happen, depending on if they both get there in time, we could see a pretty significant tornado risk increase in that marginal risk zone across like north central Missouri if these storms still are producing tornado potential as they go east. So we're just going to have to watch here. There's that new tornado warning, by the way. So this will probably go observed again here in a moment. But Lewisburg, Cleveland, Lake Anite, Freeman, you're now in that warning. Oh, wow. The southern one is really cranking out too again. So the good news is so far with this is it looks like we're outflow dominant right now. So we're going what's called through an occlusion process. So basically it's when all this wind surges out from the bottom of the storm there. It kind of recycles. So if this storm recycles, we'll get an attempt at another tornado again. Right now, there is not a tornado in progress with this storm no longer. So it's radar indicated, no longer looking at rotation with this right now, but this could absolutely change again in a couple frames, 100%. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out. Both of these storms are absolutely capable of doing it all over again. Okay. Yeah, VTBs are just through the roof right now. It's crazy. I'll be able to see what Wednesday looks like here soon, too. If you guys think today was crazy, just wait for the rest of the week. I hate to say that, but it is. It's going to be a very, very wild week this week. I told you guys last night in the live stream today was going to be crazy, and it's absolutely fulfilling to that, sadly. Also, for any of you guys that pay attention to like tropical storms or anything, we have a Category 5 hurricane that's about to make landfall in Guam tonight, if anybody also wanted to know that. We have a Category 5 hurricane over the Pacific Ocean that's about to make landfall in Guam tonight. That's also, I say that because Guam is considered as an American continent that we cover in terms of weather stuff. So wanted to also make that known if anybody has, hopefully nobody has family or friends in that area, but Category 5 hurricane is expected to make landfall in Guam tonight. It has the same exact strength as Melissa when Melissa made landfall last year in Jamaica. Yeah, U.S. territory. That's what I meant. Thank you for that, Cop. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's what I meant. U.S. territory is what it's considered as. All right. Let's go take a look at the southern storm here. Yeah, so there's definitely a debris signature in here, 100%. This tornado is observed. It's on the ground. It's doing damage. Worland, eventually moving up towards Butler. If you're in Butler, Missouri, now is your time to get to your safe place. You got about 10 to 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes here, guys. We should be getting a new extension here pretty soon as well with this. The good news is about the northern one is it is not on the ground now. It's not on the ground now. But we'll have to see if it decides to rotate again. Right now, it looks like it's becoming pretty outflow dominant. So that could be a good thing for now. Looking at a couple things here. All right. Yeah, I know it does, Aiden. I saw it. I'm gonna need lots of coffee tomorrow. This thing is still cranking east. This may be starting to redevelop rotation again at some point on it. Still has that pretty strong little outflow couplet. We do still have that other tornado warning up here in Mason City, or west of Mason City as well. That one's going to actually expire in about 16 minutes. I need to look at that wind threat up here real quick. Yeah, pretty big line of thunderstorms now. So we're really starting to lose the overall tornado threat up here, which is a good thing. A couple tornadoes can't be ruled out across this region, but this will mostly transition into a linear wind event this evening. Like I said, we'll start to get into more of that later on. I'm worried about this tornado getting closer and closer to Clinton here, and as well as Butler and Adrian. Claire, are you still in here? Are you good? Waiting to see if she's still in here. All right, she may not be in here. Carissa, or one of the leads, is somebody on the phone with Claire, I'm guessing. If somebody wants to let me know or message me, you guys can. I think she hopped out. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure somebody's with her because she's going to need to. She's going to need to get ready to go here in a minute because this is coming. She's about one warning away because she's in Clinton. Columbia, Missouri is fine. Columbia's not even isn't anywhere near this right now. You guys are going to be fine tonight. I'm hoping our northern storm is going to start to weaken, which would be great. Hoping both of these storms weaken. Also, Han, I see you in here in the chat. I saw you sending me stuff. I can't check other live streams when I'm live on TikTok. It won't let me do that. But I'll have to check out that stuff whatever you're sending to me afterwards. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. I see you in here. Looks like both of these are weakening, which is good. No, yeah, I've been live since we got on live at like 2:30 today. We've been on live for like 6 hours today. You're good. You're on the phone with her. Okay, good, Lindsay. Good, good, good. Good news is that it's weakening, but we should get a tornado warning extension. Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri, you guys are done. I think you guys are going to be fine. That cluster of storms to your south will stay to your south. You guys will be ready to go for tomorrow, though. We got to get y'all ready for tomorrow. So we'll do a chit chat later on about all that. Still going to have to watch the storm to see if it decides to recycle again or not. That is the question mark. But like I said, go guys. Sadly, we get to reload the atmosphere and do it all over again tomorrow. Both these storms are in the weakening process. Whew. What a day, guys. What a freaking day. We should get a level 3 enhanced risk for severe weather tomorrow, I think, from Oklahoma City up into Wichita tomorrow. I think we'll get an upgrade tomorrow for Kansas City all the way down to Oklahoma City. We may end up getting a moderate risk tomorrow too. I'm not too certain yet on what the data looks like. I'll have to like really get into it here in just a little bit, but once things quiet down with our warnings, we'll hopefully be able to start looking in the future and kind of chit chat a little bit. Yeah, it looks like our northern storm is no longer tornadic, which is good. Not that it, like I said, can't try and recycle again, but yeah, this one's gonna get another tornado warning in a minute. The one down here in Butler still has some pretty decent rotation. Hmm. These next 3 days are just crazy. All right. We got 7 minutes left on this tornado warning in Butler and a couple minutes left on the one up in Missouri. So it looks like these storms are losing a decent amount of intensity. Not that we can't, like I said, see things change again. We'll see. I'm hoping we may be tornado warning free at some point. There's that new tornado warning. All right. So Butler and Appleton City. So if you're in Clinton or Montrose, you got about 30 minutes. The storm is coming. It will more than likely continue to produce tornado warnings for a little bit longer. So Claire, if you're watching Stream Girl or Lindsay, go ahead and get her ready to go, please. I know she's got family and stuff, so. I will probably be on live stream, guys, till past midnight tonight. We still got a ways away to go tonight. Yeah, I need to look at some of your soundings, Madison, and kind of see what you're doing. The capping inversion is still decent down there in Texas. I don't think you guys are going to get too much. Our trough on Friday is trending up. We should get a level 3 enhanced risk tonight for Friday across Oklahoma City all the way up to Iowa and Illinois again. I'm pretty confident in an upgrade for Friday. Columbia, Missouri is not going to see any severe weather tonight. You guys are good. I will be shocked if these storms make it to Columbia. Yeah, this thing's still going. Hannah with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Miss. Shawnee, Mission, Kansas. When do we think we're gonna go to bed here? A little out of here. Yeah, so you guys I think are good to go already. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, go to sleep, girl. You're good. Tomorrow we'll redo it all over again. You're good to go. You'll get you some sleep. All right, good news is the tornado warning up in Harrisonville dropped. We no longer have a tornado warning up there. That storm has become wind dominant, so that is good. The only tornado warning we got left is the cell down here in central Missouri, west central Missouri. If you're over here near Butler, Adrian, going towards Clinton and Appleton City, get ready to be in your safe place. And then we get a new one. Where's that? Oh boy. That's just outside of Rochester, Minnesota. Wow. Okay. So a little bit of rotation here, north of Lansing and southeast of or east of Blooming Prairie. It's just south of Rochester. Moving east. Got about 47 minutes on that one. So make sure you're in your safe place if you're on that. It's kind of like a little QLCS rotation on that storm. Got a little weird line of storms up here. Other than that, we'll come back down to that tornado warning down here again. It's just southwest of Rochester, Minnesota, just outside of it. Oh, kiddo's not doing something. We're just trying to get the kiddos into bed. All right, good news too with this storm here, like I said, as well, is it is on a weakening trend. Most of these storms, as we get when it's 9 o'clock now, we should start to see this weekend due to capping. There still is a pretty high capping inversion in Missouri, so the fact that the storm is still producing a tornado warning is pretty impressive. One second, I'm sending in a message real quick to the team. All right, sorry guys, I had to send out a team message real quick. We are good. All right. Good news is this tornado warning is going to probably expire hopefully here soon because there is not much left on this storm in terms of rotation. That's the one here in Butler. Still got this little storm, but it is moving into a very capped out environment. And then we've got that tornado warning back up here into Rochester, or south of Rochester. Other than that, the overall severe threat is on a weakening trend, which is good to see. We now have 70-mile-per-hour winds, though, in Harrisonville. Right, hold on one second, guys. All right, guys, I'm back.
Ashley?
I don't think Ashley's in here.
Ashley?
I don't think she's in here. Yeah, I don't think Ashley's in here. Oh, wait, she is in here. There's Ashley.
Ashley?
Ashley. All right, looks like we had a new tornado warning when I was gone. Where did that go? Oh, yes, up here. She is adorable. She's a sweetheart.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
All right, we got a brand new tornado warning here for Grand Meadow and Spring Valley, Minnesota. Minnesota, your severe threat's almost done, by the way. It's almost done. Say love you.
Yeah.
Love you. Yeah, Minnesota, your severe threat is going to be running one down here pretty soon.
Yeah.
We do still have that tornado warning as well down here into Missouri.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yes.
Yes. Hazel Basil. We are probably going to get a tornado warning extension for Clinton. So if you're in Clinton, Missouri, go ahead and start getting ready to get to your safe place, and as well as Montrose. So Claire, if you're watching stream, or Lindsay, if you're still in here, go ahead and get her. If you haven't gotten her ready to go yet, go ahead and get her ready to go. She'll either get a Torpos or a tornado warning. You want to hang with Dada? Hmm. What is that? Was that peculiar? Missouri? Are we good? Yeah, I think you guys are fine. Hope I said that right. You guys just had sirens. It's for wind. It's for the wind threat. Yeah, you guys got some pretty strong winds in this thing up here. 70-mile-per-hour winds is what it is. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. New information. This tornado warning has been updated. Yeah. 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 Hold on just a second. You say hi to Ashley. Is Ashley your best friend in here? Ashley, go say hi.
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 We got Lissa and now the whole team's in here.
I see.
Ashley. Ashley's your favorite.
I see.
Yep, Ashley's her favorite.
I see.
Stress level's low now? Good. That's a good thing.
Hi.
You're so cute. I love you. Mezzo baby. Mezzo baby.
Hi.
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 Hi. Say what's up. What's up? She's something else. Good. Good? She'll do this thing, guys, where she'll say, good. Nose. You got cheese on your nose. Where did the cheese come from? Yeah, our severe threat will start to be weakened in here pretty soon. We still got a good amount of time to go over, so we still got Wisconsin to get into it, and Michigan. Missouri and Kansas should be done pretty soon, though. You got cheese on your lips. Cheese, baby! All right, still watching this area of rotation just to the west of Clinton. 70-mile-an-hour severe thunderstorm warning back down into western Missouri. And then we do have that tornado warning in Minnesota. In Minnesota? Minnesota? Hi. Yeah, that tornado warning there, just north of Preston, Spring Valley. Other than that, overall though, a couple torpasses back into Wisconsin. We'll see what happens with this line of thunderstorms as it goes east here. There's a little outflow boundary as well out in front of this storm too. Columbus does not have a threat today. It'll be tomorrow. All right, good news. Torpos severe thunderstorm warning for Clinton. So, Claire, that's for you, girl. You're in the Torpos, but keep that in mind though, because this still could go tornado warn potentially. Hopefully not, but it does still have a little bit of spin to it. Say Hazel! Hazel! Yay! Say yay! You say yay. Yay. Yay, 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 yay. No, you're not gonna do it back. She's something else, guys. If anybody wants a Hazel, you can have a Hazel.
Oh, Ashy.
Ashy?
Ashy.
Oh my goodness. What's up? She loves Ashley on our weather team. She loves her to death. I don't know. She loves everybody, but she's her favorite apparently. Hi.
Hi.
What's up? What's up? Say what's up. You wanna go night-night? You say yes? Yeah, no tornadoes are on the ground right now. Nope, not at all. Our storm threat will be weakening, which is great. What are you looking at me like that for? What? Hazel, I'm trying to look at the thing. Mmm. Good. This is kind of interesting to note. The latest Triple HR model actually has these storms weakening after midnight, and they don't even make it into Michigan, which would not be good for tomorrow. I want to make that known. Hazel agrees. Say no, no, no. Not good for tomorrow. No, no, no. We'll walk through that. Once we have no tornado warnings, we'll start looking at models for tomorrow. No, Wisconsin's getting storms tomorrow. And Ashley, you're the target tomorrow, actually. You are the target tomorrow, Ashley. Having convection tonight over Michigan could help kind of take away some of the instability that kind of sets up overnight for tomorrow. But right now, if the models continue to go, when we don't see this line of thunderstorms really get rocking and rolling and we don't get anything overnight, we have a very unstable environment to wake up to tomorrow. So more destabilization can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, you. Ashley, I mean, Ashley, you are in the risk zone tomorrow. At least north of it, or you're south of it. No, you are in the risk zone tomorrow, I think. Yeah, you are. Pittsburgh is in it tomorrow. And then you're also in it on the edge of it on day 3. Goodbye. Yeah, Oklahoma did not perform today. Kansas did. Also, talk about destructive winds potentially. Huge wind event coming into central Missouri right now with the 70-mile-per-hour winds. The little Boeing segment there. Oh. Ah. Ah. All right, the tornado warning dropped in Missouri. Yay! Say yay! We got one tornado warning up in Minnesota. So we're now QLCSing. Say up, up, up.
Up, down.
Down, down.
Up, up.
Down, down.
Down, 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 down.
Dun, dun, dun. You're adorable. Adorable. Say disgusting. She'll say disgusting straight up. Listen, if you want to have a baby, Hazel's the right way to go. I will be live every day this week, Ashley, literally. Dude, she's 3 years old now. She's talking so much more. It's crazy. Say, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Two.
What's up?
Two.
Not 2.
2.
We can count to 10, though. 1,
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
7, 8,
9, 9,
9, 9, 10.
10.
Yay! Now you're gonna keep doing it? Do it, do it, do it, do it. If you guys have been watching the streams for the last 2 years, you've literally watched her grow up. It's crazy. 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 Hazel Dawn. Hazel. 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 What are you looking at? Hey. We need this tornado warning to go away. Say bye-bye. I see you, baby. Yeah, we're going to get ready, guys. Once this last tornado warning hopefully expires, we're going to get ready to... We'll talk about tomorrow a little bit. We're going to chit-chat. Say chit-chat. Say what's up. Yeah, Claire, you should be good. You got some gusty winds coming on that tour pass down there. But other than that, should be wrapping up. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Let's take a look at it there. Yeah, pretty strong winds on this. Say whoa, oh. Do-do-do. 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 Do-do-do.
Like,
Do-do-do. Do-do-do. I love her laugh. Where's the baby? Bah! Wow, that didn't even phase you at all. All right, then. Uh-huh. I know what you're trying to do now. Yeah, you're trying to steal my earbuds. Oh, Meg. I'm hoping maybe if we can get all these warnings to expire, we might be able to take a break. I'm still going to do, if we end up getting off stream tonight early before SPC comes out, it'll be probably that way I can eat or something, hopefully. But then we're going to probably do another live stream around 1 a.m. again tonight so we can talk about tomorrow like we did last night. That's only if we end up getting off. I would like to eat at some point, though, but if there's not a lot of warnings, we could call stream a little early, but then we'll be back on again tonight. I want to do an update tonight for you guys. Tomorrow, you all will have videos because I'm not going to mess with my stuff tomorrow. And hopefully Mazamat doesn't have any ants tomorrow. You want to go night-night here in a minute? Now you're tired, probably. Ma. Say whoop whoop. Oh, Hazel. I do want to say all of the love and appreciation to you guys today. All the donations, all the gifts, all the love, all the taps, all the follows, all the shares. You guys have been awesome today. As always, I appreciate it. If you guys ever do want a dono, right here's the way to do it. On the bottom of my camera. That's the best way to do it. Because I get all of it, unlike TikTok and everybody else takes some of the percentage. So if you ever want to, you can. You don't have to. But that's the best way to do it right there. It all goes towards me. And I appreciate it. Beyond words. You guys have been absolutely amazing today. I appreciate it. Say yay. Hazel doing it herself. Yay, yay, yay. Look at about 27 minutes on this tornado warning. Yeah, that's it for severe weather tonight. Yeah, for you guys over in Kansas City. Yeah. So that tornado warning is still out for Fountain and Fillmore. That's in southern Minnesota. It was very conditional, Robert. Yeah, it was kind of, today was interesting to watch happen. Yeah, our tornado setup is really weakening for much of the risk zone. We're going to have to see how tomorrow ends up setting up. Oh, by the way, let me show you guys something. You guys see Guam? Crazy, right? Crazy. Yeah, this hurricane's about to make landfall, or at least brush by Guam. They're telling people to stay in concrete buildings because they're expecting winds higher than 200 miles per hour gust-wise. Sustained winds could be around 150 to 160 for a couple hours. Sustained winds. That's basically like an EF4 plus tornado just hanging out. And then they're supposed to get a good amount of rainfall, and the storm surge is supposed to be crazy too. Yeah. Yeah, buzzsaw for sure. But yeah. I thought for a second that, excuse me. I thought for a second that we had radars over there. Oh, we do have a radar over here. Oh, shoot, I didn't know that. Damn. Oh my goodness. It may just brush it. That outer eye wall is about to come ashore. Wow. Look at this. 130-mile-per-hour winds on the northwestern side of the eye wall. Biggest storm on Earth. No, absolutely, 100%. I think pressure ended up reaching at peak 880 millibars was what it was. Now they've got flash flood. Flash flood warnings. Clearly. I thought it was going to let me see. Seven to 10 inches. Hazel, don't eat my shit stuff. 7 to 10 inches of rain. One to 4 inches of rain to fall on our dam. It's just impressive to watch. Ugh. It's gonna mess with some of the other islands. Yeah. Whoa, Hazel. Dang. Dang, Hazel. You wanna go to bed in a minute? Bed minute? But no, I wanted to show you guys that because that was pretty cool. Well, it's not cool, but it's crazy. Mama's not in here. We got Ashy. Ashy? Yeah, so these storms are weakening. All right, we're about done. So here's what we're going to actually do, guys. I'm going to give it about a few more minutes here and see what this tornado warning does. Yeah, this tornado warning should expire. So here's what we'll do. Once this tornado warning expires, I'm going to get off here, get her back to sleep, get some food in my stomach. I'm going to analyze some data for tonight because I haven't only looked at one model run, and I want to be able to actually like give you guys a detailed forecast for tomorrow and Wednesday and Friday. I'm going to get off here, take a quick break, eat some food, and then we're going to do another live stream tonight around midnight. That way we can watch the new outlooks come in again like we did last night. So if you're up late tonight, we'll do that. If you're not up late, we're going to have live stream coverage tomorrow starting around 2 or 3 o'clock again like we did today. And that'll be covering the entire risk zone for tomorrow. If not, I'll also have a video out probably tonight as well. We went ahead and talking about tomorrow. And then we'll have a live stream tonight. So make sure you guys set your alarms for 12 p.m. Central Time. 12 a.m. Central Time tonight. That's when we'll do another live stream around that time frame tonight. But I've got to get some food in my stomach because I'm hungry and I'm going to get her to bed. So that'll be once this tornado warning expires. The storms are coming into Texas. So I don't think Texas is going to see much of anything. You guys just have a marginal risk of severe weather for wind and hail. We may not even get anything else up here. We haven't had anything in Oklahoma. Yeah, there's not going to be anything tonight in Texas. Even if the cap breaks, the convection, there won't be convection to fire because there will be forcing. So you should be good, Madison. There are no storms on the board anywhere. But I'm going to get little Missy to bed here in just a few minutes. I'm going to look over some data and see what could happen. We actually could get a new tornado warning actually for Preston here in a minute. You ready to go night-night in a minute? You want to say bye-bye to everybody?
Baby.
Want to say bye-bye?
Mama.
Bye-bye?
Mama.
Bye-bye?
Mama.
Boo-boo. Not boo-boo, babe. Just read Meg S's chat. Boo-boo. Night-night? Good night. Say love you.
Good night.
Love you. Make sure y'all tune back into the stream here in just about 2 hours or so. We're gonna go over all the data. I need to sit down and look at everything because I have yet to do that, and I want to make sure that I can give you guys that good information. So overall, though, the rest of this evening, or at least for the next couple of hours, this line of thunderstorms is going to be a little. What are you doing? This line of thunderstorms is going to continue to kind of work its way east-southeast. Most of it's non-severe. There's still some aspects of severe potential, but we're going to kind of go east-southeast with this, and we'll check on it again here in just a little bit once we get back on stream tonight. But I need a break for just a little bit, just so I can get some food in my stomach and get you to bed. Bed. Good night. Okay. Well, I love you guys, and I appreciate you guys beyond words. Seriously, today's stream has been amazing. I will let you guys know, I may or may not have green screen running up this week, just because it's pretty chaotic, and I need to be able to move around a little bit quicker. So I've got to get some lighting fixture fixed with my green screen, because it kind of got a little wonky with some of my cords when I was moving stuff around today. So we may have green screen up this week, we may not. We'll just kind of see, but I want to be able to get on here when I need to get on here and cover, not have to worry about setting up a green screen each time. So we'll be doing it kind of occasionally until I get some kinks and stuff worked out of it. So, but I'll see you guys back in here again in about 2 hours. Weather team, thank you guys beyond words. Go get you some sleep. If you want to tune back in for the update tonight, you can. I'm going to go analyze some data, look at some model runs, get some shit figured out that went wrong today and what did go right and all the other stuff and above. And we'll see you guys all back in here in about 2 to 2.5-ish hours. Okay. Other than that, we'll see y'all in the next one.